Welcome to The Practical Path, a podcast for personal and spiritual growth. This is step number 29 along the path, and today, as always, life lessons from the universe delivered this week, and a new challenge for our hosts when they try journaling for the next few days. We'll see how it goes. Now, let's get started on the path for today. And welcome. This is indeed The Practical Path, episode number 29, or as we like to say, step number 29, because it's a path and it has steps and all of that fun stuff. I'm Bill Sklodowski. That's Vicki Wagoner over there, coming to us live and direct from Blue Ridge, Georgia, as she always does. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you?
Liar. Don't lie. Well, no, it's not a matter of lying. We were both talking before we recorded about things have been a little low energy lately. Would that be a way to say it?
Yeah, it has been. Real low energy.
I know.
Putting one foot in front of the other sometimes takes effort.
That's good. And that's good enough. No, and so you're good. I understand. You're great. I'm great. I am blessed. Every day I wake up and I know how blessed I am to be able to get out of bed and enjoy life, even if I don't do everything I could be doing to have the most enjoyment out of life at the moment. And that's something I want to talk about as the show goes on. But yeah, it's good. It's all good. I was saying we're on our second day of kind of gray, cloudy, rainy weather here in north central Florida, and had to cancel pickleball last night. What a crime that was. So
that is a crime.
I know, right? And then I accidentally texted Miss Vicki yesterday, because normally I'm doing my other podcast with our old radio friend BJ Odom, and I was texting back and forth with him, and then I texted Vicki for something and meaning to send it to BJ. So normally I didn't say, happily and thankfully, I didn't say anything stupid or insulting or what. I know that never happens.
You don't do that.
Vicki texts me back and go, I don't think this text is for me. I'm out four-wheeling with Rick, with her husband. So I'm like, no, you're right. I meant to send it to BJ, and it's one of those technological mistakes that we all make now and then. But you were out four-wheeling. That was my point going to be. You were out four-wheeling, so you must have had some fun, some excitement, some whatever.
Oh, yeah. Well, Rick has a side-by-side, so I just kind of ride along. I used to have my own ATV, and then I just, sold it and figured out, I don't know. He's got two machines. He's got one that is single, and then that one that, is the double. So I just tool around with them. So
he's there. There's a guy with toys. I got to admit, that's a man with toys.
Oh, yeah. He loves his toys. He's going to go out this afternoon and tool around. I mean, it's fun. It's fun. It's loud, but it's fun.
It's loud but fun. Well, sometimes loud is part of the fun. So I get it.
I guess.
Well, yeah, or it could be anyway.
It could be. It is. It's fun.
So this here we are at step number 29 along the path, and there's no rule that says, as someone who's following a path of personal development, spiritual growth, and all that stuff, that you have to wake up every day. It's like, oh, things are fabulous again, whatever. No, you're allowed to have your up and down days.
Oh, yes.
We're both talking about having one of those, or having had a couple of those.
Yeah.
What's and we try to open the show with a lesson or a teaching moment from the universe every week, and it sounds like that's ours this week. What is the universe teaching you in those moments of when it's like not that exciting and not that much fun, and honestly kind of boring and slow, and you're waiting for the next fun thing to happen?
Yeah.
What's the lesson there?
Honestly, I'm not really sure, because it just, it kind of comes in waves. Like, some days I'll just be super busy, and then other days it's like, oh my gosh, I can only clean so much, or, organize so much. And there's just days where I go, I just want to read a book. So maybe it's the universe just saying, it's okay to just chill. It's okay to just be with yourself and not have to run off and do something or have something planned every minute of the day. So But it's, yeah, and it's winter time and you got to think, well, we're moving out of it, but it's still winter time where it's more, where you go into solitude, where you go,
Right.
you kind of hunker in, and maybe this is giving us the time to recharge and get ready for spring when everything starts to blossom, so to speak, which literally it does, but we blossom and we come out and it's like, oh, new beginning, everything's
Right.
new, everything's growing. So I'm just taking it as, well, maybe the universe wants me to just chill out, read, take a nap, take walks,
Right.
just be without having to, be like a machine, constantly moving,
Right.
constantly doing something.
I agree with that. I do. I think well, my teacher Vicki Wagoner says there's a lesson in everything, and
Yes.
so now when we're faced with this question of there really doesn't seem like there's any big lesson in all this. All right, maybe it's not a big one, but maybe there's a small one, or at least a reminder of something.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think the season thing has a lot to do with it, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this on the show before that I've read a couple of books about people, about spiritual and personal development gurus who have talked about how we don't follow the seasons like we used to. I mean,
Yes.
we have a couple of 100,000 years as humans on this planet where everything we did was in sync with nature.
Oh, yeah.
Not the boy band in sync, but in sync in terms of we
Right.
did when it was summer, like you said, spring, things blossomed, things started to grow, things got out there. When it's summer, okay, you're doing everything, you're involved with everything, you're gathering up food and stuff for fall comes and then winter comes. Winter is a time of quiet,
Yeah.
of reflection, of hibernating for some animals and
Yeah.
for some
Well,
people too.
for people
So
too.
yeah, yeah. So you're I think you're onto it in terms of that it doesn't have to be a big deal. It doesn't have to be a big thing. And if nature is telling you, or if your life or your body or your spirit is telling you that it's okay just to, like you said, find a good book and read a few of them,
Mhm.
um, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
nothing. And I've been reminded of it. I did the same thing. You and I were texting back and forth earlier in the week, and I was like rearranging the living room. That's how bored I got. I actually, for the
Oh,
first
yeah.
time in 3 years in this apartment, I rearranged the living room a little bit.
Nice.
I'm sending her pictures. Do you think this is okay? How about this? What do you think?
I know it
So
looked
yeah,
good.
it looked good. Yeah, so it's
Yes.
that's where it's at now. So anyway, but again, it's like, okay, I'm not excited to go out because again, here today, second day I was saying of kind of
Oh,
cloudy, gray, rainy, cool.
yeah.
Um, and and again, I recognize that I'm blessed. I recognize that as I, talk to friends back in Ohio or whatever, and they're digging out from yet another
Oh,
snow
yeah.
or whatever. Okay, I get it. We all have our own thing that we go through. But
Yes.
again, I feel like the lesson, the teaching, the suggestion is, every day doesn't need to be, Super Bowl Sunday. It doesn't need to be big, exciting party. It doesn't need to be a thing. Just, it's okay, like you said, to take it easy, chill out, read a book, and maybe make some plans or do some thinking about what's to come. And in fact, I have a really interesting article about that we'll talk about in the second half of the
Oh,
show.
good.
But yeah, about some ideas on that. But yeah, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Part of it, and I know you and I know me, part of it is recognizing and knowing that it is okay and that you don't have to worry about that sort of thing, even though somewhere in the back of your mind you're going, I should be doing something, shouldn't I? Shouldn't
I
I?
know. Yeah. Because, but like I tell people, it's like it's okay to slow down. It's okay to take care of yourself. We're so faithful at recharging our phones and our iPads and computers and everything. I feel energetically that's what the universe is saying to us. Hey, take time to recharge yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because you charge it up and it just lays on the table or the counter. You know, be okay to just take a nap or sit on the couch, read a book, sit outside, just do
Right.
nothing to
Right.
recharge.
I like it. I do. I think that's a good way to be about that, or not to be. It's a good reminder of the way
Yes.
we can be, and it's okay, like you said, that if there's not anything big that requires our attention or that requires us to be in action, well, there's no. Don't feel like okay, I'm missing out on something, or I'm
Mhm.
failing in some way to do something because I'm not bounding out of bed with energy and drive and purpose in the morning. And
Right.
about a week or two since I've had that kind of a morning. So,
I know. It's, I don't, I just go, well, if this is the way it's supposed to be. So I just try to find little things, that I can do. I love to
right,
create things, I love
right.
jewelry making and creating things. So I guess I'll do that a little bit during the day and I'll read my book. And of course I walk 3 times a day with Max and,
Right, right, right.
but it's
Believe me,
okay.
I've thought about that. I've thought, boy, if I had a dog, I'd have to go out and walk him. That might
Oh
be
yeah.
something to think about someday. Because if
It's
I don't, there have been days that I've, been brushing my teeth at night, and I have this ritual where I brush my teeth and I walk around the apartment because I have one of those electric toothbrushes that's
oh,
on it. It's got a 2 minute timer. It's got a 2 minute thing that it's gonna, so make sure you get your teeth for 2 minutes like you're supposed to. So I'll walk around the apartment and I'll check the doors and the windows, not that I
Mhm.
open windows, but I check to make sure the door is locked to the porch and the front door and all of that, and set the
Right.
AC or the heater to the right thing. And that's 2 minutes, that's all it takes. Hey, it's Bill stepping out of the studio for a quick second. On the podcast, one of the things we talk about a lot is motivation, the desire to get things done in life. It might be physical stuff, losing a few pounds, getting a better job, finding a great relationship. Or it might be more of what I like to call internal things, finding ways to feel better about yourself or life in general. Well, to help our listeners along that particular path, we've prepared a helpful, simple guide for personal motivation. It's called Flipping the Switch: How to Create Motivation at a Moment's Notice. I'd like to send you a free copy, along with some other special bonus goodies. Bonus, you say? Well, yes, kind of an unadvertised in-store special. What is it? Well, you'll just have to find out for yourself. So, do this. Head over to the website, www.thepracticalpathpodcast.com. Yep, the same name as the podcast itself. Put in your email and we'll immediately send you to the free download. We'll also let you know about upcoming podcast episodes and other behind-the-scenes information. Again, just head over to the website, www.thepracticalpathpodcast.com, and get your free guide to boosting your personal motivation. I'm sure you'll find it helpful and, dare I say, practical. Now, back to the show. So where was I going with that? Oh, so there are nights where I will do that, and I will get to either the porch door or the front door, and I will have the realization that I have not been outside in all day. I just haven't. I've been in this little small. I mean, it's comfortable, but it's
Comfortable.
900 square foot apartment.
Nice.
I'm comfy. I love it, but at least go outside and breathe a little bit of fresh air every day, Bill. Come on, for gosh sakes. So anyway, that's my routine. That's my ritual, so to speak. So make a decision to do something. Do something.
Hmm.
I found a great. This is kind of a little aside, but I think it's worth
Okay.
chatting about. I found a great post, Facebook, Twitter, I don't remember, or whatever, and it was like the great thinkers of ancient Rome and ancient Egypt and all of that stuff. And this one from the writer Cicero, quote: "More is lost by indecision than the wrong decision."
Oh,
I know
I think I've heard that.
I'm changing
Yeah.
gears a little bit, but not entirely. And that is I, because it kind of spoke to me a little bit about, well, what am I deciding to do? I'm not deciding to do anything. I am doing the indecision thing that he spoke of.
Hmm.
And what am I losing? Well, I'm losing opportunity to accomplish something, to create something, like you said. I work on my little websites and my videos and all of that stuff.
Oh, yeah, you're
But
busy.
I am in indecision, and so I am I'm losing out on the time, the opportunity, the whatever. So I'm kind of that's I'm giving that a place on a post-it note somewhere that to say more is lost. So more is lost by indecision than by wrong decision, which is hilarious because there's a bumper sticker out there, and I've actually quoted it to friends of mine many times that I recognize now it was stolen from this, but it's like go left, go right, run, do something. The world is full of flat squirrels that couldn't make a decision.
Oh, oh, wow.
Right? Right? And you see the squirrel dash out in front of a car, and what does he do? He freezes there. He can't make a
Stands
decision.
there.
What happens? He turns into a flat squirrel. So it's the exact same quote. I know it. There you go. I'm glad it's funny. It's the exact same quote, the exact same message, just updated for our time.
Oh my gosh.
And I've told that to many people, including my niece and my nephew, younger folks who I'm kind of in a small bit of a leadership role with, my niece and my nephew.
Hmm.
I mean, they're adults now, but they've lost both parents, so it's Uncle Bill, and that's about it. But I have told them both, I'm like, the world is full of flat squirrels that couldn't make a decision. Just do something.
Hmm.
If it doesn't work, that's okay, because you'll be able to go, oh, that way didn't work. Let's try this way instead, or
Yeah,
try this action instead. But no, I think,
absolutely.
and I'm experiencing it for myself right now. I haven't been flattened just yet, but I'm feeling like that squirrel that's out in the middle of the road, and I can't decide which way to go. So just do
Mhm.
something. Just pick any direction or any action, I think would be better
Yeah,
said. And just do
take
it.
any
Just see what
action.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, well, you learned a
You learn
lesson.
something.
You
Yeah.
learn something and try something different.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. And so I think that's where I'm at. I think that I am coming to the point of just do something.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I mean, I was happy for myself that I got up and this was what's today. Well, as we record this show on a Tuesday. It comes out on Thursdays, but I don't remember, Sunday or something, Saturday or Sunday. The weather was nice, and I actually went out and did my regular walk around the neighborhood, about a 2 mile walk. And I'm like, oh,
Good.
okay, I remember this. I remember doing something, and it was
Yeah.
fine. It's like, okay, great. So anyway, boy, oh boy,
I know.
it's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Here we are, just two old folks complaining about life again. Boy, we could go to,
Yeah.
we
But
could
it
go
beats
and
the alternative.
it does beat the alternative. It really does. It really, really does. And
Yeah.
every week, I think I have some kind of reminder or some kind of, yeah, a reminder of someone else I know, a friend, a relative, a whatever, who's
Yeah.
had yet another, I don't know, had go for some surgery or some checkout or God forbid has passed. I mean, it's been a
Best.
while for
Yeah.
that. Knock on wood. I'm knocking on wood.
Yes. Yep.
But yes, so I do have that, and I do have a moment or two of gratitude every night, climbing into bed thinking, oh, another day. Cool. Thanks. Yeah.
Yes. And I woke up in the morning.
I woke up in the morning and thanks. Awesome. It's great.
No,
Yeah.
we're laughing, but it's true. I mean, every day is a gift. We
Hmm.
don't know what's going to happen. So making the most of the day. And if sometimes it's just sitting around and taking care of ourselves, recharging, then that's okay. And
Absolutely. No,
and then,
absolutely
okay,
is.
well, how many days can I recharge? And now what can
Before the battery starts
I
to
get busy?
burn out a little bit. Yeah, I get that. I do. I get that. I mean, I get that, and I understand that.
I think
But
it's about,
again, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think it's about the balance, kind of
Yes.
balancing it out. And it's like any scale. Sometimes it's going to be a little heavier, a little lighter. Yet being aware of taking the opportunity to be grateful that we're alive, we're breathing, we're moving, we're, relatively healthy. We've got, a home that we live in. So being grateful for what we have around us too, and going, and appreciating that we do get up in the morning, that we do have different choices and opportunities. And some days we're going to be busy from morning till night, and other times we're just going to be, hanging around.
Right.
Both matter, both are important.
Right.
So
I like
finding
that.
that balance.
It's all, none of it is well, I don't know if I want to go as far as to say it's all equal, because some things are a little bit more important, but
Right.
all the different pieces are important, because if you,
Yes.
like, as we've said, if you ran around, morning till night for a week straight, you would be pretty well toast by the end of the week.
Oh,
Be
yeah.
flat on your back. You'd be wiped out.
Yeah.
At least people of our particular age bracket might be. I don't know.
Mm.
Some young people might be able to. She's
I'm
nodding
a
in agreement.
little bit older
Yeah, I
than
know.
you, so I'm a
Yeah,
little closer
exactly.
to the other end.
Right, right. So yes, so there's that. So those times of recharging, of balancing out, that's important. It's
It
important.
is.
Now, again,
Mhm.
all things, whoever said that, all things in moderation,
Mhm.
including moderation, by the way.
Right.
But yes, it's important to have, if you've had 2 or 3 busy days, do something. If you have had 2 or 3 down days, like yours truly, find something to do. I'm not going to say force myself to do something, but I do want to kind of find that necessary level of kicking myself in the butt to actually maybe go out to the gym or go out for a good bike ride or something like that. I haven't, I don't know what that is yet. Although I know, as I listened to a Tony Robbins interview the other day.
Oh.
He was on one of the podcasts that I listened to, not his own, but a different one. And I
Hmm.
was reminded of something that he talks about all the time, which is how your mental state, your energetic internal state is so tied to your physical state
Oh,
that,
yeah.
he gets up, and he was talking about his process before going on stage, before a big speech, how he'll do jumping jacks and jump around
Oh,
and scream and yell and all of that stuff, because he knows that he gets his mind and body excited and hyped up. He brings that energy to the stage when he goes out
yeah.
and does his work.
Yeah.
And so I recognize that. I recognize that it's like there's something to be said for, all right, if you have to, quote unquote, force yourself once or twice to get out of bed and go for a walk first thing in the morning, or even a, God forbid, jog first thing in the morning or something
Oh,
like that.
dear.
Yeah,
Now
but
you're
it's,
pushing that envelope.
I know, now I'm pushing the, I know I am. Or go to the gym or some, whatever it is that you
Mhm.
do.
Right?
Um, that would be, there's a benefit to that.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. But again, it all comes down to do I push the snooze button one more time, or do I actually get out of bed and start doing it? That's the hard part. So for me, it is anyway. For me, it is.
Sometimes it's like that. It's like, oh, I just want to lay here all day and do nothing. And it's like, no, I think okay, I'll give myself 10 minutes and then start the day. Well, Mr. Max is very good at keeping us on time.
Right, right. See, there you go. You have a I don't think really want the dog, but I want that kind of. Well, you can develop that habit. I hear myself saying that, and then I hear myself I hear myself saying one thing, and then I hear the other side of me going, yeah, it's like the two little angels and the devil on your shoulder,
Yeah.
Bill. It's like you could kind of do that for yourself, Bill, if you really wanted to. You could set an alarm for a couple of times during the day and go, oh, it's time to get up from the desk and go for a walk, or at least get up and stretch or something like that.
Yes.
So you haven't
Yeah.
sat at the computer all day, which I'm
Oh,
really
yeah.
good at. Yeah. So yeah, I need the digital equivalent of a dog. I'm onto something. There's
Yeah,
an invention there. There's an app there.
I think there is.
The dog needs to go for a walk on your phone, and he won't stop bugging you until you actually put the phone in your pocket and go out for a walk, because you can tie it. I'm onto something here. I really am.
Well, you are good. Oh my
You don't have
gosh.
to feed him or nothing. It's great. It's great. You don't have to clean up after him. I love that idea. Okay. All right. I'm writing that down. I am writing down a digital dog app. Digital dog app. I love that. Okay.
There you go. I like it.
I do. I do. I do. But again, it's all about finding some boy, I don't know what it is. I at the moment, there are days like I know you do, and I do the same, where you jump out of bed and you're ready to go and you're ready to rock. And there are some days when you're not. And
Yeah.
on those days when you're not, it seems like all of that past stuff that you did, it just evaporates. It's like, okay, I remember once I got out of bed and I was really excited for the day, but boy, I don't feel like that now. I don't know.
Well, has to be, like I said before, there has to be a balance, and if it gets off a little bit, okay, be kind with yourself and go, okay, just having an off day tomorrow, I'll
So
focus on tomorrow. I'll
you
do
are
my
so
spin
kind.
out, my
You think you're
alarm.
just a little too kind.
You have to be kind with yourself. You have to be your own best friend. What would your
Right,
best friend say? Would they kick you in the butt or go, hey, listen, let's, take a little walk. Let's, get out here, let's
right,
take a drive or do something. So,
right. But they would still be encouraging to do the thing. Not nobody. Well, unless you're sick or not feeling well or
well,
what. Nobody's encouraging you to stay in bed. I don't think. I
no,
just no. That part. That's all on me. I get that.
yes.
But
Hmm.
you're right. There can be a way of doing it in a balanced, in a gentle way to yourself that's not gonna, that's not going to cause yourself more stress or whatever. Yeah,
Yes.
I get
There's
that.
enough of it out there, so we
Right.
don't need to create any more within our own selves. Oh
Well,
my God.
before we take our break, I'll let you, if you want to add to that, any other big lessons or anything else that the universe has showed you this week or in the past few days that have caught your attention, or that, have been something that have been a light bulb moment or anything. No, she's shaking her head. No,
No,
no.
I can't think of anything. It's been kind of quiet week.
Right,
You know, just a really
right.
quiet week. But there's been an energy around that just feels unsettled. So
Well,
I don't know what that is, but there's something, it just feels unsettled for me. And I just breathe and, focus on what I can take care of and what I can
right.
manage. And
I like that. I
yeah.
like that.
Hmm.
And I remember long ago in a meditation group or whatever, where somebody was saying they were, and again, these were newbies to the meditation thing, so people would be feeling stuff and weird stuff would come up and all that. I mean, not, not dangerous or crazy, but just,
No.
unusual feelings. And
Hmm.
and the leader would always ask, when somebody was, quote, feeling something, unquote,
Right. Hmm.
they would be careful and mindful to ask, okay, ask yourself or check in with that. Is this for you or is it for someone else? Is it for
Yeah.
now or is it for the future or is it from the past? Are you having a memory of something or whatever? And I
Yeah.
think that's a good way to kind of not freak yourself out or not, you know, overly worry about things that you might be feeling. Now, having said
Yes.
that, I do want to say that your feelings are totally valid. What you feel,
Oh,
what
yeah.
comes to you, what
Mhm.
what the universe, angels, got, pick your spiritual guru, whoever whispers in your ear, that's good stuff. That's good
Oh, yeah.
information.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes it might be for someone else. It might be for a different time. It might be for a
Mhm.
different whatever.
Yeah.
So I think it's worth asking
Yeah.
when you are feeling something and you're not
Right.
sure what it is, but it's like, okay, is it for me? Is it not for me? Is it for something else? Is it whatever? And
Right.
so
And
yeah,
especially a lot of us that are empathic, we feel things, we sense things, we know things. And it's like, okay, like you're saying, you got to stop and go, wait a minute, is this my stuff or is this somebody else's? Is there something that I need to learn or is it something that I need to share with someone? So
right,
definitely just getting in a peaceful space and just kind of doing like a little checklist of what is going on and why are you feeling this? And is there anything going on in your life? Everything's good. So maybe it's for somebody else. So sending that energy out that for whoever it's for, excuse me, um, can we send them good energy? Can we send them peace? Can we send them love? And put protection around them maybe, whoever it is. And sometimes we don't know who it is, but if we set that intention and send it out, whoever needs it will feel it and,
Right.
and
We'll
will
receive it. Sure.
will receive it. So
Yeah.
that
I
happens a
agree.
lot. Like I feel things and I go, well, my life is good. So what is going on? And I'll, text or pick up the phone and go, hey, and they go, oh my gosh, I needed to hear this, So trusting, it might be for yourself, but it might be for somebody else. And to me, the best thing you can do is go, do you need healing? Do you need, support? Do you need to, talk about it? So
Right. Right. And very often you will find, yes, that you have called or texted at just the right moment,
yeah.
and someone will respond to you and go, yeah, that was, I needed, like you said, I needed to hear that. I needed to talk to somebody. I
Mhm.
needed to whatever. And that's, to me, that's the greatest gift that we can give to people, is that
Yes.
sense of, that I'm here for you thing.
Yes. That's so
That's it.
important. Yeah.
That is. Yeah. That is one of the things that you, Vicki Wagner, do so well for your clients. And if someone would be interested in experiencing that for themselves, as we come up to our break here, let's talk about how somebody could get in touch with you. How would someone reach out to you if they were interested in learning a bit more about that for themselves, for whoever?
Okay. Well, call or text 239-248-0586 or email Vicki, Vicki, Wagoner, Wagoner, 53 at gmail.com.
There you go. And you work with clients like, just like we're doing. We record this podcast on Zoom. You talk people on Zoom and FaceTime and phone and all that fun stuff. So
Yep.
yeah, I love that.
Absolutely.
And yours truly, of course. I'm still putting out my wonderful little tech videos to get your see. This is it's a spiritual relationship with your technology, is what it.
Yes. Nope. It saved my life a few times.
I should I wonder if there's such a thing as that, like a technological, spiritual guru blend kind of. I don't know, whatever it
I
is. Just
think so.
I know.
Too.
So
How
yeah,
many,
just go over to
how many,
YouTube.
ti- how many times have I called you and you talked me off the ledge?
Too many to
Many. So
count.
what you do is very, very important. And so
There you
let them
go.
know how they
Thank
can
you.
get a hold of you.
Yes, go over to YouTube, do a search, Bill's iPhone tips, and you will find my channel with all my videos and all that fun stuff. So all good.
It's all good. It's great.
There you go. Let's take a quick break, refill your coffee if you have to, and I've got a cool idea, a story about what was sort of what we've been talking about time to think about stuff, and we'll talk about that when we return, and that will be in just a moment. So stand by. Welcome back. This is The Practical Path, a podcast for personal and spiritual growth. This is step number 29 along the way. I'm Bill Sklodowski. That is Vicki Wagner over there. And we were talking about, before the break, we were talking about giving yourself time to reflect and think and plan and all that sort of stuff. Came across an interesting article the other day. And I'm trying to see what blog it's from, but I can't find it. But I can tell you that it is from the podcast. Oh, it's from the Curiosity Chronicle. What a cool name. The
Oh,
Curiosity Chronicle podcast by Sahil Bloom is the gentleman's name. And the podcast and article is A Monthly Ritual That Changed My Life. A monthly ritual that changed my life, which is, wow, crazy. The problem without, he's got a transcript, so I'm going to quote from it. So again, credit to Mr. Bloom on this and the Curiosity Chronicle podcast. Go check it out if you would like. The problem, without space, we get stuck. We get trapped in a fixed loop of inputs and outputs, which is the stuff we do all day, right? The one-to-one trades that keep us on the treadmill, running but never getting anywhere. We never unlock the outcomes that have the potential to change our lives. So today I want to share with you a monthly space creating ritual
Oh,
that I think has saved my life and may change yours. And he calls it the Think Day.
the
The
think
Think
day.
Day.
Hmm.
The concept of a Think Day is a more actionable adaptation of the Think Week practiced, first popularized by Bill Gates way back in the 1980s when he wasn't a villain. Gates Gates would seclude himself at a remote location, shut off his phone, shut off communications, and spend a week reading and thinking. It allowed him to exit the demands of the average day and train his sights on the bigger picture. I love that. In other
Yeah,
words, it was a ritual, and for you and me who don't have, I mean, us regular people, I'm not talking about Bill and Vicki, but I'm including us in that. For people who have real jobs and real life and all of that stuff,
right.
in other words, it is the ritual to create space.
Hmm.
Now, he says, like, if you're like me, you sure don't have an entire week to dedicate, but you can do it in a similar version. Pick one day each month and carve out
Mhm.
just a couple of hours to step back from your everyday professional demands to separate yourself from normal environments, mentally or physically. Ideally, you could put yourself in a nice, aspiring space, house out in nature. Gee, I don't know. Does anybody we know have a house out in nature? Um,
Hmm.
or maybe even a big, nice coffee shop. Bring a journal, pen, paper, open mind, no fancy tools or devices required. Shut off all your devices. This forces you to shut off the constant stimulus you get from the digital
Oh,
world. And
yes.
the goal is to spend time thinking and journaling. By doing this, you create the free time to zoom out, open your mind, think creatively about the bigger picture. My goal is to start with a 2 hour block and work your way up from there if you would like and if it is helpful. Spark your thinking. He's got 5 different questions. But before I get to his questions, and they are excellent, do you, Vicki Wagner, do any journaling?
Very little,
I and
honestly.
I'm not. I am not. This is Bill not pointing any fingers because I do exactly zero, and
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's a thing that I could add into my life in some way that would help me to be a little more focused and a little more, yeah, focused. I like focused. I'm going to stick
Focus.
with that.
Yeah. Hmm.
Have you have you ever done it? Have you tried it? Have you tried it and decided not for you, or what's your, if you have any? I'm not saying if you have any thinking
Oh,
about it because neither you nor I do a lot of it. So
no, I
we are
don't
just
do
being so damn inspirational for our audience today, aren't we? We're
that. I think we are. We're being
I,
honest. We're being
I,
human.
honest and human. We
I
bring
mean,
honest and human every week to this show, and I think
you
that is
know,
one of our strong suits.
this
But
is me.
this
This is
is
who
it.
I am.
This is what you got.
I'm human.
This is what you get. So tell me about your thinking or experience with journaling, if any at all, and why you haven't done more.
I don't know. I think I do a lot up in my head. I do a lot of thinking in my head, and I go out, like you say, we have, 5 acres of land, here, and I go out into the woods and I kind of let nature talk to me. So it's almost like a walking journaling. Um,
Sure.
yeah, sometimes I have written things down, to, kind of work them out or to feel it out and to really express myself. But no, I just feel like nature is where I do my journaling, my how would you call it? Like energetic journaling.
Oh, I like that. Sure. Energy.
So,
I know a couple of people who do it. Um, the journaling thing, by the way,
mhm,
that is.
mhm,
Have done it for years, have reams of notebooks to show for it. And
mhm.
I my eh, my downside on that has always been I'm not going to go back and look 10 years from now what I was thinking or feeling or whatever 10 years ago. I just don't. And I'm wondering, and maybe if some of our listeners or friends out there who do journaling would like
Yeah,
to respond to that, feel to come on over to our Facebook page and talk about it. Maybe I'll post something about that on the Facebook page
yeah,
later on.
yeah,
The Practical Path podcast on Facebook. Just do a search for it. I'm thinking, well, I'm sure there must be other advantages, other positive things about journaling that don't require me to go and look back and go, what was I thinking 2 years ago? I don't care what I was thinking 2 years ago. Maybe I should. I don't
yeah.
know.
See how far you've come, or if there's something that was there that you got inspired and with time and, different things
Right.
going on, you just kind of forgot. So it'd be like, oh, wait a minute. This is
Yeah.
what I need now, you know. And sometimes it's even like when you're journaling, it just could be like one sentence. And I think
Hmm.
sometimes people, get a little nervous about journaling, like, oh, I should fill up, 10 pages.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
you just need to, whatever you need feeling at that moment, to just put it down. It's like a statement. And maybe if you need to reflect on it and see, well, how far have I come from where I was to where I am? Or is there something, that today I need to change? And I made this promise to myself. Did I hold up to it? And if I did, great. And if I didn't, well, what can I do now? You
Right.
know, again, like
And
having
there's,
a best
yeah,
friend go, hey,
right.
look at this.
There's a book out there, and I apologize to the author. I don't remember her name or the book title, but I read it a while back about it's not, the book wasn't specifically about journaling, but it was for artistic, excuse me, it was for artistic and creative people,
Hmm.
and it could have been anybody. It could have writers, musicians, actors, actress, what, it didn't matter.
Right.
And but it was the author's process. One of her things was, this is non-negotiable. When you get up, have a cup of coffee and write 2 pages, two
Oh,
pages of
oh,
and it doesn't have to be journal, doesn't have to be anything, but it does need to fill 2 pages of handwritten writing every day. No questions.
wow.
Yeah, yeah, I think I
I
probably did it
feel
for
like,
a
oh
week.
my gosh.
I know. I think I probably did it for a week, and I'm like, that's enough. But I get it. I think the I think a big part of it is the discipline of it,
Yes. Yeah.
and the getting thoughts out onto paper part of it, to get ideas out there, so that, like you said, in a week or two or a year, you can go back and you can look at it and go, oh, okay, I was thinking about this, and here's how I solved it, or whatever.
Hmm. Yeah.
If you're a if you're a fan of TV sitcoms, our old buddy Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld,
Oh, yes.
to this day, walks around with a paper notepad and pen in his pocket, and he has to write a joke every day.
Oh my gosh.
He's got, and there's an old personal development productivity hack for that, which is, you put a big calendar on the wall, and every day you cross out the day that, yes, I wrote my joke today, or I wrote my blog page, or I wrote my journal entry, or I wrote what I did it today, and you do not miss a day.
Wow.
It's just a rule. That's just
Yeah.
life. That's just, and you wonder why he is the successfully, wildly, crazy, funny, successful guy that he is. That's one of the things. He has the discipline to, he's going to be creative. He's going to be funny. He's going to be, even if it sucks, even if the joke is, he's done the work.
But
He's
he's
put
done it.
in the work every
Yes.
day. And I respect that. I do. And
Oh,
one
yes.
of the things that I've been, um, working on, I have to find a better way to say it, because I've been terrible about it, but it's in my head, and it's what I want to do, is I want to establish a daily routine more along the lines of what I could be doing. Could be, I'm going to say could be, not should be. I'm not going to should on myself,
No.
but I could be doing every day to set my life up for more of what I want and less of what I don't want. And I remember
Mhm.
I followed an old business guru back, and he was in the network marketing space. Remember, like
Oh,
Amway and essential oils and all that network
oh,
marketing
yeah.
stuff. He
Yes.
was a leader in that. He was a trainer in that. And he said, but his training was fabulous, and that was to create and follow the habits that, am I successful today? No, but if I continue to follow this habit, there is no way you cannot be
Right.
successful by following this habit every day. Do the thing. Kind of
Hmm.
the Jerry Seinfeld way of, like, I'm going to write a joke every day. You know what? That's 7 jokes a week, 30 jokes a month. Some of them are going to suck, but guess what? There's going to be some gems in there.
Yeah.
Leads to the thing, the habit that you are doing leads to the success that you want, regardless. Okay,
Yes.
enough of
Yes.
that. So anyway, back to our think day, or our think space guy here, and his article about creating time to think. And he's the journaling thing, the blocking time to write a little bit. And here are his 5 questions. And I want to get through these because they're terrific. And he says, think about this for yourself. Feel free to write about it or whatever. If I repeated my current typical day for the next 100 days, would my life be better or worse?
Oh,
Oh, yeah. As the kids say on Twitter, that one hits hard.
oh, okay.
If I repeated my current typical day for 100 days, would my life be better or for worse? And honestly, if I, you make me put my hand on a Bible or put a gun to my head, whatever the current, trend is,
Oh dear.
my life would not be any better. If I did the last 2 days that I've had for the next 100 days, my life would be no better at all. No better at all. Because I haven't done anything super productive or super whatever. Now, okay, that's good. I mean, it's not good.
Well,
It's
you're
good to
aware of it.
recognize.
Yeah.
Good to recognize that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now he says, now you can zoom in on it a little and think about kind of the subcategories. How would your actions from a typical day compound in your life? The little things you do, how do they add up? Like, today I'm going for a walk. Well, in a month, guess what? I'm going to the gym. Guess what? In a month. Would they be driving you forward in the direction of goals and visions, or would they be steering you off course? Which I love that. So anyway, there's your homework. How would if I repeated my current typical day for the next 100 days, would your life be better or worse? That's number 1. Number 2, if someone observed my actions for a week, what would they say my priorities are? Oh, I love that one too. I love that. She's
Okay.
I know, right? Right? All right. So, and he says there are 2 kinds of priorities in life. There are priorities you say that you have, and there are priorities that your actions demonstrate that you have.
Oh. Oh.
Bill's priority is to lose weight and get in better shape. Does Bill go to the gym every day or even a couple of days a week? Well, not this week. That's for damn sure. So, all right. If somebody observed my actions for a week, who the heck cares what I say? It's what I do to demonstrate those priorities.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Love that.
Yeah.
I love this one because we've all been to the movies. We've all been to the movies, and especially the horror movies, right? And the pretty young girl is wandering through the house, and everybody in the movie theater is yelling, "Look behind you!" or whatever. You get the point, right? So question number 3. If I were the main character in a movie of my life, what would the audience be screaming at me to do right now? I love that. I love that. It's like, and he says, we've all been there watching a movie. The main character is clearly veering off course. So we pretty much feel the urge to scream at them. No, don't open that door. Always don't open the door. Or it could positive, like whatever you do, don't let him or her out of your life. Or you can do that. Don't worry about it. Just go for it. Jump and you'll fly kind of a thing. So I love that. So yes, it's
What's a surprise?
That's a scary and hilarious thought. If I was in a movie, what would people be screaming at me? I love that. All right, fine. So here, number 4, and this one is a little esoteric, but I like it anyway. Am I hunting antelope or chasing mice? And I can see the look on her face, and she's like, what the hell are you talking about, Bill? Antelope are big, important problems. Field mice are tiny ones, but they might be urgent. They might be. Are you focusing on the big, important tasks that provide sufficient reward for your energy, or are you too busy chasing the tiny wins that won't move the needle? That's called Bill rearranging his living room last week.
Yes. Yeah.
Chasing a mouse.
I think you did a great job.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Me and my field mice appreciate that. So there you go.
I don't think it's field mice.
Oh, okay. I accept. I accept. Last but not least, number 5, what are my strongest beliefs and what would it take for me to change my mind on them?
Hmm.
The most successful people realize that finding the truth is much more important than being right. They embrace
Yes.
new information as a software update to your brain, just like your phone.
Oh,
What new information would be required for you to change your mind on a strongly held belief? These questions have sparked incredible progress in my life, and I'll bet they do the same for you. That's the author, not me, talking about
yeah.
that. So again,
Yeah.
hats off and to Mr. Sahil, Sahil, Sahil Bloom. And
Oh,
again, it is the Curiosity Chronicle podcast. I'm going to probably have to go subscribe to that. This is just great stuff.
yeah,
So,
that is good. It makes you really think and go, whoa, wait a
right.
minute.
To me,
Step
the
back.
first two are the important ones. If I
Yeah.
repeated the current day that I had today or yesterday for
Hmm.
100 days, said, where am I at the end of that 100 days? Am I more towards the goals or not?
Right.
Yeah, okay, I get it. Number two, if somebody watched my actions for a week, would they say that I am just talking about my priorities, or am I doing something, taking actions to move in those directions, or am I just talking BS or hot air, or use your whatever of choice there? So yeah, I love that. I love that. So
Well, true. Yeah. Because
um, uh,
anybody can say anything, and people
right,
believe it. It's your
right.
actions that are going to really show up.
I'm wondering if the and again, his conclusion says, slow down to speed up, which is a sports analogy, and it's a good one.
Oh,
Your entire life will change the moment you realize that the growth you're asking for is on the other side of the space you have been avoiding. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but he says, in a speed obsessed world, the
mm,
benefits of creating some space are extensive. Restore your energy, notice things you missed, be more deliberate with your actions, and focus on the highest leverage opportunities. Remember, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. I like that. Which
that's great.
that is great. And that's where his whole concept of taking some time to answer these questions, to do a little, maybe it's journaling, maybe not, maybe you just sit with these questions for an hour or so and
Right.
think
Yeah.
and think, okay, am I, to me, the one about action and intention is the most important one there. That the number two question is, if somebody watched me for a week, what would they say my priorities are? Well, if I watch myself for a week, I can look back on the past week and I can say my priorities have been, other than getting out of the house to play pickleball a couple of times, pretty much next to nothing.
Mm,
And, so, all right, is that moving me in the direction that I want? No. All right, what can I do? And now here's where Vicki Wagner's advice always comes in. What's the little couple of grains of sand that I can add in to start building this beach that will move me in the direction of where I want to go? I'm wondering about the journaling thing. I'm gonna,
mm.
between now and next week's show, I'm
Okay.
writing this down. You can see I'm actually writing this down.
I see you writing.
I'm not gonna promise that I'm gonna do a little journaling, but I want to learn more about it in terms of I was gonna say what it does for me or how it works, because I'm not interested, like I said, I don't think I'm interested in knowing what I did a year ago or 2 years or 10
Right.
years.
Yeah.
I don't really, I'm going to say right now, I don't think I care that much. Maybe I would.
It might come out.
It might help. It might not. I don't think so. But I want to do a little bit of research about journaling and find out some of the benefits and some of that stuff. So
Hmm.
that's
Yeah.
my homework for the week. I'll come back to us next week and we can talk more about journaling. So
Yeah. Okay.
there you go. There you go.
Sounds
So
good. Even if you
and I'm
write
gonna
how about if we write a sentence a day or a little paragraph?
love
Because
that.
even a sentence will motivate you or inspire you or encourage you. So
Well, I think yes. Yes, and
yeah,
um
and see
part of it
how,
is also the discipline of it, the discipline
well,
of
that's the
writing
discipline.
something
Right.
so that you are at least a little bit mindful of where you're at
Yeah, because
right at the moment.
that's that commitment to yourself, for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then by doing that, we're also sharing that energy to inspire other people. Now, if they do or
Right.
don't, that's up to them, but we're putting it into action of every day, at least one sentence or a couple sentences or a paragraph, whatever you want to do, but doing
Sure.
something each day to, excuse me, to acknowledge ourselves, to recognize ourselves, to support ourselves. Excuse
Right.
me, wrong.
That's all right. That's all right. She's getting choked up by saying it, so it must be good. All right, I'll do that. So will you do that?
I'm going to do that.
One sentence, one paragraph. Doesn't matter. Write
Whatever it is,
something,
something.
something every day. And again, I mentioned earlier, we record this podcast on a Tuesday morning. So in a week, next
Yep,
Tuesday morning, we will
yep,
report back to each other. And if we feel like sharing some of it, we can do that. There's no pressure to share it or whatever. You might say something that's personal for you or what. I hope you do. Well, I do. Let's put it that way.
okay,
So, but yes, write something every day
every
for
day.
the next week.
Mhm.
If you want to, I'll send you these questions from this guy. If you want to play with them, you don't have to,
I'll
but
take a
I'm
look
going to
at it.
kind of keep them in front of me for a while and
Yeah,
see how they marinate. One of my favorite words. How they marinate,
right?
kind of like meditate and marinate. It's the same thing. That's awesome. I love that. Yes. Okay. So we have our homework, and we've given
Yes,
out homework before on this show. Now we're actually giving ourselves homework. I think that's a great idea. I think
yes,
that's a great idea. So, okay,
mhm,
cool. So it starts today, and feel
yes,
free to ask me. Feel free to check in with me and ask if I've done my writing for the day, and I'll do the same for you. So
that sounds good.
we text every couple of days anyway, so it's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
It's just, again, to me, just to rewind just a little bit, it is about the ritual of it. And ritual is kind of an odd word, but it's the habit. It's the habit of it.
Habit, the
Yeah, it's the
commitment.
habit of it. And
Yep.
and I can see that I have, when it comes to that sort of thing, my daily habits have fallen off a cliff. I almost none. I mean, like I said, I play pickleball, and thank God it's set times. Monday at
Well,
6 o'clock, I know I'm going to be on a pickleball unless it's pouring rain. I'm going to be on a pickleball.
right.
Wednesday at 6 o'clock, I know it's going to be pickleball. And by the way, that's not AM. Don't even think I'm up early in the
No,
morning.
I know it's not AM.
No,
No, there's no way.
no way. There is no way that's happening. And so anyway, but I do think that adding more ritual or whatever habit into my
Habit.
life, I think would be positive for me. So
Mhm.
I'm going to
Yes,
start with that, and I'm going to write about that and see what I can do to create that in the next week and
yep,
see how that goes.
that
So
sounds good. We'll do that.
yeah, it includes not staying up until 2 o'clock in the morning, reading a book or playing a game on my iPad. Yeah, it's kind
Yeah,
of important.
yeah, that is important.
All right. Hats off to us. We have laughed a lot today, and we always talk about the importance of laughter is the best
Oh,
medicine, and it absolutely is.
definitely. Yes.
So good for us. Good for us. Um, I will put the link. I don't think this guy would mind if I, gave him a little shout out on our website, on our
Oh,
Facebook page. So I will
definitely.
put the link to this article on our Facebook page. So if you're interested,
Mhm.
Facebook, and then again, just do a search for the Practical Path Podcast. You got to use all of that, the Practical Path Podcast, and it will take you to our website, take you to our Facebook page. And there you go. So I
Yeah.
love that. Final thoughts for the day?
I think this was fun. It gives us a challenge. It, gives us a commitment to ourselves for ourselves. It's also that, like I said, that energy goes out and will, touch millions of people you're never going to meet. Yet we're doing the right thing, and it's fun. It's acknowledging who we are, commitment
Right.
to ourselves. It's about respecting and loving ourselves. And we always have room for improvement somewhere. We're human.
Oh, always. Oh my God. I have I have warehouses of room for improvement in my life, so that's not a problem. That's not an issue. All right, cool. So we are both going to write for the week. If you, and I'm talking to our audience and listeners, if you would like to take up our little challenge, maybe we'll start a little something with it. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll
Just
see.
write one thing, just one thought for the day and it doesn't have to be when you get out of bed, although that's probably a good time sitting with your
Mhm.
coffee or whatever, once you've got the day kind of going. And I know for some
Right,
people they have to go to work or they have to get kids out the door or whatever. I
right,
understand that, but
right.
whenever you can, write something and see how it
Yes.
goes. We'll check in with that in a week. So that
Mhm.
sounds awesome. And if anybody would like to get in touch with you, Miss Vicki, about any of the things we've talked about, or well, not so much on the journaling thing, but figuring out where they're at with their lives and how to make them that much better, how would we get in touch with you, please?
Oh, phone or text 239-248-0586 or email Vicki, Vicki, Wagoner, Wagoner, 53 at gmail.com.
And again, like I said, all of my tech support stuff is on YouTube at Bill's iPhone Tips on YouTube. Just do a quick search for
Mhm.
that hashtag and you will find it. And all of that information, by the way, that contact info is always in the show notes for each
Mhm.
individual show. If you're listening to this on the podcasts app on your iPhone or on your Android phone, it doesn't matter. It's all down there in the show notes. Just check that out. So that's going to be great. All right,
Yeah.
everybody, have yourself a great week. Remember, write something, just one
Yes.
little thing every day. We'll check in
Whatever
with
it
you
is.
next week. We're going to do the same
Absolutely.
thing. We're going to do the same thing. We appreciate you being with us. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining us again. Appreciation and gratitude always. And we'll see you next
Yes.
week. I'm Bill Sklodowski.
And I'm Vicki Wagoner. Thank you again for joining us. And remember, always be your own best friend.